This video is designed to introduce hyperbaric oxygen therapy, also known as HBOT. It's a general introduction to the entire process of arriving at the clinic for the first time, introduction, interview, and administration of tests that you may be asked to take, the HBOT dive protocol, startup of follow-up treatments, and final thoughts. Much more thorough information is available at www.treatnow.org. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy has a long history, going back centuries. Starting with the bends or decompression sickness, doctors began to hear from hard hat and scuba divers that they were seeing better, sleeping better, clearing their brain fog, and getting general relief from pain after these treatments. We can help match you with a clinic that suits everyone's needs. It is up to you to contact the clinic, make arrangements, schedule your first appointment, and importantly, make a promise to yourself that you're going to complete the treatment. Your life and the lives of those close to you will get better. In the same way that no two brain wounds are the same, no two doctors or clinics are the same. The good news is that the HBOT protocol can be tailored to your particular circumstances. A whole set of factors determine your course of treatment. Your past history, your current symptoms, diagnosed conditions, years since your injury all figure into the course of treatment. The doctor will also ask you questions about facts that could prevent you from going into the chamber. Even though HBOT is one of the safest devices the FDA has ever approved, some conditions are too risky. Certain conditions could cause problems. Once the doctor finishes his interview with you, he will hand you over to another medical professional, typically a nurse or a psychologist, for a different set of questions. One fairly common test is brain mapping. Using a sort of swimming cap embedded with receptors, doctors can then map your brain waves and get a picture of how your brain reacts to stimuli. The brain map uses age, gender, and handedness as controls and produces colored maps which give a picture of the areas of the brain that are normal and over or underperforming. From those maps, done often with a quantitative electroencephalogram, the data collected then charts the strengths and weaknesses in your brain patterns. This test is normally done at the beginning of treatment, midway, and at the end of the treatment. Improvements in brain performance can be expected as the brain wound heals. Other tests that might be given before the first dive might include the Automated Neurological Assessment Metric, or ANAM, developed by the Army, the CNSVS, the Central Nervous System Vital Signs, a Suicidal Ideation Screening and Questionnaire, the PCL-M, a PTSD screening for the military. These tests are confidential and subject to all confidentiality and privacy agreements according to the HIPAA regulations. You and the medical staff will see the results and, with your permission, can be used without identifying you for aggregation, scientific analysis, and research reporting and publication. Once testing is completed, you are taken to a changing room. Cotton scrubs are the normal dress for the chamber. Patients are encouraged to wear no makeup, jewelry, or metal. Depending on the type of chamber being used, you will be instructed about the protocol for electronics. Based on your wellness profile, different therapies are available for specific dysfunctions. One protocol here follows a common process. Remember, all clinics are different. You and the clinic will work together on your plan. HBOT uses oxygen, a naturally occurring and indispensable drug, along with pressure to heal the brain. We like to say, fix the hard drive and the software will run better. Whereas the VA treats symptoms and lumps TBI and PTSD in the mental health bucket, we think of brain wounds as they rightly should be thought of, as physical damage to a major body system that has to be treated as a wound. Happily for you, the FDA has already approved HBOT for many types of wound healing: burns, crush injury, decompression sickness, diabetic foot ulcers. So you are receiving the proper healing modality. It is one of the reasons why so many veterans and active duty military who have tried and failed using DoD VA protocols actually start healing their brain wounds with HBOT. Thank you for watching.
My name is Chris Sinog. I was in the Navy for 20 years. I was at SEAL Team 2. I was a lead sniper instructor when I was in. I ended up writing the curriculum for the Navy SEAL sniper course. The Aviv experience has been amazing. It's one of those places you go in and you get treated like a king. I've been taking sleep medications, actually 3 of them every night for 10 plus years. And I stopped needing to take them after the first week. As far as the stuff with my brain goes, it is being able to focus on work again.
I'm planning to go back to school. I'm getting into a master's program for psychology. I want to help people. It almost cost my life, and it was something that could be fixed. And it's not the end all, be all. It's not the only thing anyone who's suffering from mental illness needs, but it needs to be part of the solution.
It was almost like this weight has been lifted off of our house. And it's not even like our shoulders, it was on our whole house, it was on our home.
I completed 40 treatments, but after the very first one, I no longer have migraines. I haven't had one since.
Laughter has filled the house. The children were laughing. He wanted to interact with the kids. He wanted to roll on the floor with them and wrestle.
Dr. Paul Harch and oxygen therapy brought me back home.
My life was restored using HBOT. I am on no pain meds, no psych drugs. I live pain-free, and I'm committed to providing this treatment to our veterans who suffer needlessly. HBOT is safe, effective, non-invasive treatment that is proven to get rid of suicidal ideation and saves lives.
Listen to a guy that has played Army since I was 5, as far back as I can remember. 38 good friends of mine are dead. Not all of them are from combat. Not all of them are directly related to enemy gunfire, but all of them are related to combat. Some of those 38 are suicide, and that is not the way. That's not the road that you need to go. I wish that those guys were still here because they'd go through this therapy and still be alive today with their families.
I think everybody could benefit from this. We all, I mean, even if you didn't experience massive trauma, but you're just aging and you have cognitive degrade, you can benefit from it. But most definitely if you have trauma, especially our soldiers and sailors and Marines and airmen, experience all kinds of different trauma and blast injuries. So really, in short, I think everybody could benefit from this.
It's been at least 30 years since I felt this good. I definitely recommend everybody that has either PTSD or TBI to come to this program. It totally changes your life. I can't explain more in detail other than what I've have, where the blood pressure's gone down, the panic attacks, the sleeping. It's just totally changed my life, and I can't thank Joe and you guys enough for inviting me to come to this.
The hyperbaric chamber has improved my mind, my body. I mean, it's just, it's amazing to think that just laying in this chamber where you breathe pure oxygen under pressure and it can make your whole body repair itself. It's phenomenal. And I would like to have, at the very least, every veteran be able to do this.